telling my followers that we out there, man. SOS Podcast. We trying this again, man. This is bees like that, man. You know, sometimes you just gotta float on, float on, float on. Sometimes you just gotta float on. We gonna get it back popping. Hold up. Oh man, we got DJ Swizz in the most dope in the building. Can y'all hear me? Make sure y'all can hear me. Put a 1 in the Chiznat if y'all can hear me.
I swear.
Y'all can hear me?
I'm
Every
gonna
time we got
catch
something.
Zuckerberg. I'm gonna pull his fucking pants down, and I'm not gonna finish that. But
Don't do it like that.
that's fucked up. I'm wondering, like, what the fuck?
All right, we're gonna try to bring Tonay Marie back in here, man.
Yeah, we're getting really haram in here.
All right.
Hello there.
We're gonna hope for the best on this, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tonay Marie and Trippy, can you be quiet? Can you be quiet? Trippy, go back upstairs.
They're about to ask you something.
What you want?
No, Mary, tomorrow we can go get this stuff. Like, there's a dollar place we can go.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it later.
All
Alright. This man about to have me on the child porn fucking registry coming down here in the damn underwear
What?
and shit.
Oh. the FBI party is
But yeah, man, shout out to kids, man. There's never a dull moment. Never can predict what they gonna do.
Yeah, congrats once again to my nephew
man,
for
he's
graduating.
gonna be a first grader now, man.
Kindergarten or
Lord,
Oh, okay, graduated kindergarten.
I see the shades. I see the glasses.
Yeah, I had to put on my other person. You know how you be like, 1 moment, please.
Oh man, she had the Superman chant.
Oh yeah, she's like Clark.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, is this Clark Kent? Is that how you would say that?
Clark Kent.
Contagia. Clark Contagia.
Clarisha.
There we go. Clark Contagia. Shoot, and Justice 2 would have been over real quick when it was Clark Contagion. Like, Clark, you sit your crazy ass down.
The FBI would have been shot that nigga with a kryptonite bullet.
So what you got going, man? What's the news? Can you talk to the people, tell them one time who you are and what you do for those that for some reason don't know?
All right, y'all. I'm Tonay Marie. I'm a artist, singer, rapper, songwriter, model. I really do it all. I'm a veteran. I was in the military as well. And yeah, I'm just a creative, you know?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, got a little comedy with you, yeah, man. You be coming with the skits a little bit. So you just overall, like you said, creative.
Oh yeah, she was on the.
Oh yeah, she was on Folkland News one time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We gotta do another one. We said we was gonna come up with a plan, and we finished it, but we know.
It's a shame your own brothers.
Well, y'all not as pretty as your name.
See how he do it? You see how he do it? You see that shit?
Well, hold on now. See, when I take these glasses off, all right.
Nah, I'm gonna have to pull a Clark Kent and pretend to be a different nigga just to get on there.
Well, my nigga Jay-Z said, "Get your weight up, not your hate up, nigga." You know what I mean?
Nah, he'll let Dr.
No, that would actually be funny as shit. I need mad help with that. I ain't gonna lie. Like I did the last one last week.
I don't know where to put that thing.
I got ideas and shit. Like, oh fuck, damn, man, I gotta fucking come up with more ideas.
According to Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Real.
Hey,
Yeah,
she's a real.
Him too. You gotta follow him too.
Lim 3.
He was in
LLM
as well.
Hey, that's what's up.
He got his own media. He got his own media company.
Support the
truth.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
What branch of the military were you in?
Mm-hmm.
The Army. Okay.
I
What
did
what what was your
logistics, so I
job
was a
at?
logistician, and I feel like in
Ooh,
civilian terms, it translates
okay.
to supply chain management.
Ooh, thank
Supply
goodness you
chain
did that. All
management.
right.
Yeah.
So anything logistics, anything like no, anything
So like delivering
logistics, like the
stuff.
planning, the behind the scenes of everything, basically.
Okay.
So there's just different. There's different. What's the word? I guess like just levels of supply. Um, and I was dealing with over like 10 different types of supply, whatever. So um, that'll be building material. It'll be class 9. It's like different. It's like 10 different classes. Like 10 is miscellaneous, which can be anything. But we're talking petroleum, rationing, food.
Mm.
Class 2, durables, expendables, non-expendables. Like it's just a whole bunch of different shit. But
That's
it's
tight.
just different classes of logistics, and really how it translates is
You
like
know.
any major company needs logistics, whether it
Yeah.
be making sure their lights is on, their inventory, the really it's everything. It's a bit of everything. So I'm doing a lot of stuff,
That's
and
tight.
so my first unit, huh?
So like, were you? I was
I
gonna
was
ask, were you
enlisted for
enlisted or
sure.
officer?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So like oh, shout out to LePat. Shout out to LePat. He got one of the hottest songs right now that's out.
Tight.
Okay.
LePat. We got
It's like it's like
I'm
it's like
weak. He
LeChat,
got
but with
one
a
of the
P.
hottest songs.
Okay,
He got that
I'll definitely
rodeo
listen to him
song.
now.
Oh,
On the
okay.
Gucci right now. He just did the remix with Flo Milli.
Oh,
Yeah.
tight. Tight.
Okay.
Shout out to you, bro. We're going to
Yeah, bro.
hit you with the quick follow, man. Maybe you can
Right.
come
Hey,
on the show
yeah.
for us if you
Hey,
can.
bro,
If you got the time.
plug your stuff in the comments, bro.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, he fired. But yeah, so like my first unit was it's called Striker Brigade. It's like a combat vehicle. Like a combat company, but a striker is actually like a combat vehicle. It's a particular
Okay.
vehicle to fly. I did Striker Brigade. I worked in air defense artillery. I worked in basic training with training soldiers. I did that for 3 years in basic training.
Oh, you wore
So
the
I
cool
was
hat
cadre.
on
So I
like
worked
the.
alongside the drill sergeants. So I didn't have to go to the actual drill
Okay.
sergeant school, but I still did a lot of training and stuff. And my last unit was a cavalry unit at Fort Hood, Texas. So
Tight.
That's what's up.
What made you jump out of it? Seemed
Shout
like
out
you
to
liked it.
Texas.
out the army, no, I
Yeah.
didn't like it
Oh,
at
you did?
all.
Uh,
It's called
Oh, damn.
contract. It's called
Oh, you
contract.
just wrote out your contract.
So you do your time, and then at the time, so I probably enlisted. Uh, I did three. I did 3 terms basically,
Okay.
and I think my first one was like 3.5. Like honestly, I think it was like 3.5. The second one was the same, and then the last one was like 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
did you
So
ever go out of the
my
country
second
in
unit
any of
was
these
Korea. I went
deployments?
to Korea twice. And then the first
Nice.
time was actual duty station. The second time was called a rotation. So you're not technically stationed there. You just go there on a rotational period, and then they rotate different units that go.
Yeah.
And then I was in Afghanistan for a year as well.
Oh, wow.
okay.
hmm
So was you
Mm.
always Tonay Marie when you was in the army, or was you
Yes,
like, yeah,
yes. So people in the army used to always be like, "Are you still in the army?" Because I was still doing music shows. I was
Oh, wow.
still performing. Like in my downtime, I was always still doing music. And even before that, I was always beating on some shit and making up some shit. So I was always just a hype man everywhere I went. So, and I didn't hang out with military people like that. I like to go do my own thing,
yeah,
So I didn't really want to mix and mingle because the army is like high school.
yeah,
I think any military branch, just like high school, you live with these people, you see them every day, you work with them, everybody know your business. You kind of just like to stay separated
Yeah.
from
yeah,
everybody.
Yeah, I've been hearing about some of the drama, in these barracks. I mean,
You
I'm actually a
a barracks baby?
product of
Damn, you a barracks baby.
some of that drama. Oh, yeah. Like, mom and dad had to like ship me out of Texas because I was evidence of a
hmm
relationship they weren't supposed to have. But
That's what they was on. Well, he was married.
yeah.
what was dad married to your mother,
hmm
folks
Yeah.
land? Oh shit.
That,
Well, that just made it worse. So he broke.
That's how it
So
be
that's how
though.
they
The
broke
men,
UCMJ.
a lot of men, not all of them, but a lot of men in the military, they live in double lives. They live in double lives. They fucking around on the side, acting like they single, and
Was there any like Brokeback Mountain kind of real
Oh, for
shit you heard
sure.
about
I
in
mean,
the army?
so when I first joined the army, it was called Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't really display same sex relations. You couldn't do that. And you couldn't talk about it. You couldn't live with somebody. If they found out, you got in trouble. So I had a homegirl who actually got in trouble.
Oh
Her and her
wow.
baby mama, her and her baby mom, they adopted uh, a baby together. But uh, they got into a fight and the cops were called. And so they found out she was living in the house and all that
Wow.
kind of stuff. So she lost her rank. Like she got demoted and everything.
God
Yeah.
Yeah,
damn.
God damn.
right.
All
And then
because of
I
who
think
she
I
chose to
think I
love.
remember when same sex marriage was legalized because I was in Korea. So that was like I think 2014 when it actually became
15.
legal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 15.
I think 15. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah.
we'll give or
We're
take.
gonna go with
Yeah.
B's answer because he be googling shit, man.
Right. I feel like it was 14. I feel like it was
Well,
14 because I was in Korea.
I,
I'm pretty sure
I
it
remember I
was.
remember watching that live because I think what was that Republican nominee back in what was it 08?
Okay.
Shit. Yeah, McCain. Like I watched it live. Like McCain looked so hurt. I'm like, bro, why do you care? Like, but he was so upset. He was looking like, God damn it, these fucking gay guys could just be in
I
the fucking military.
I
Like,
personally have my opinions about it too. I feel like it's a job. Like work is work. I don't think that I should need to display my sexuality at work because I feel like even now the military's changed now to where like you can wear hair color and nails, all that type of shit wasn't important to me when I was in the army. They
I
got
heard
locks
locks
now. Yeah,
got
you can have
approved. Is
locks
that true,
now,
or is that
which I think
just
locks is
okay?
cool, but all that other shit like earrings and fingernails, I
But
think
like,
that
is
shit is
that just for the
pointless.
women though? Like, this
Yeah,
locks just for the women,
it's
or
just for
like,
the
do men
women.
still gotta like,
For the women.
you know?
Hmm.
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, I guess to capacity, I understand like why they care about sexuality, just because a lot of the agendas with the army, just like potentially defense in general, it's all propaganda. You know what I mean? And you got these conservatives or whatever that support the army and they want their army to be straight. You know what I mean? They want their army to be these, you know what I mean? Heterosexual, square chin, you know what I mean? Broad shouldered men going to fight for our country.
But
You know what I mean?
think about it though, man. Like America is truly free when we can paint the
I'm
rainbow
just
on our
talking
moms
about
and
from
hit brown
the
people.
perspective
So
of,
it's just like,
from the perspective of the good old boys that run that shit. Yeah.
I just look at it
I
from a
know.
professional perspective. It's a job. Come to work, show up. We don't care.
Mm.
That's how I look at it. I don't care because
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't need to tell nobody how straight I am. I don't need to go and, parade that. I don't need to, I think it's about work. And people got to think about what they're doing. Like you're sacrificing a lot of things. I don't have time to worry about my nails when I'm sleeping outside in the tent or
Yeah.
sleeping in my sleeping
Right.
bag. My nails aren't a concern, but or how my hair is. Like, yeah, I want my hair to be maybe in braids or I want to keep it in a ponytail, but I don't want my hair to be crazy. So it's like we wear Kevlars, like helmets. So
Yeah.
it has to fit. Like your helmet has to fit your head. If you worried about your hair, your
Hmm.
ponytail, it's just pointless. And depending on what you're doing, you can be doing something and we've been in the desert. It's dusty, it's dirty. You know what I mean? Nobody that type of stuff is just not important to me. I'm glad I'm not in right now because I wouldn't be able to deal with a female soldier trying to convince me about her hair color being important because it's not as much. And I'm a girly girl, you know what I mean? But that's not important to me.
Yeah.
Like we got a mission. Like you might not come back. There's people that actually die
Mm.
and don't come back. So I just think it's more things that's important, to be honest. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, no, I feel you. I mean, especially when you look at it from like a practical sense, you know what I mean, or tactical sense, like you kind of want to be able to be as accessible as possible. You know what I mean? You don't want your nails to be getting in the way of your hair or something like that if something was to go down and shit.
But I mean, but are people
yes,
really fighting to wear acrylics in the
yes.
field? I
There's people who are
mean, I
literally
just, oh, okay. Well, come like if you're just in Fort Hood or whatever, then yeah, I guess you can bitch and moan about that. But if you're going out to like, a camp like FTX, what y'all call it, like, are they really trying to
people
wear
really
acrylics out
be
there?
like going in about how they should look, even hair color, dye, different thing. But that's where I feel like skin color always ties into it. I've seen a lot of white people get away with stuff that black people would never get away with. You know what I'm saying? So this white girl, yeah, she blonde, but her hair is platinum, motherfucking silver. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's stuff
Oh
that we
wow.
couldn't get away with. I've even had um a black man at the time. My hair was natural because I've been rocking short cuts since I joined the army. I've been wearing like a little Holly Berry cut. So like I had let my hair grow out when I went to Afghanistan. So I had like a little fro. I was in Korea. I got my hair just twisted, and this guy told me my hair looked unkept. Like this black guy, he was like, you need to go do something else with your hair. Your hair looks unkept. But I'm like, what you expect me to do? I'm natural. My hair is not crazy. I'm keeping it done. You know what I'm saying? All it
Yeah.
was some twists. I just had some twist in my hair, which people wear their hair natural all the time. But I didn't do nothing to my hair because my company never said nothing to him. He was just a random guy in a defect who just wanted to stop me and correct me. You know,
Dude,
so
what a weirdo.
it's one
Fuck
of those
that dude.
Oh.
things that's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for
were
for
they a
sure.
higher rank than you? Ah, damn.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, you
that's what I'm
can't
saying. You
do
should have
that.
been
You wouldn't want to do that.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just was like, Roger that, Roger first sergeant, and then I ate my food. But it's like it's like that in the army. You know, just being black is hard. You know how it is, period.
Yeah.
You know, but I've always been very pro black. I've always I didn't got corrected for wearing makeup at work. Like, hey, you need to tone your makeup down. Like when you come back from lunch.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But it'd be like that. I took my
Yeah.
makeup off and I went back to work.
Yeah, I mean, because it's I don't know. I think too. It's like a cultural thing too. Like in the army, you kind of go there expecting to be told what the fuck to do, type
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
right.
But I'm in construction, and they talk to you crazy, but it's just like me being from the hood and me being black. There's certain things that like trigger me. Like even just saying what the wrong way kind of gets
Yeah.
under my skin. You know what I mean? But like me being in construction now, it's just like I'm around people that got to talk fast, think fast, act fast. So I just kind of let that shit go. Yeah, I mean, even though in the back of my mind, I'm like, why the fuck you got to be talking so abrasive? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like it's just pointless. Like, but I think it's just like I was saying, it's just like sometimes you go into certain cultures knowing that like it's gonna be a certain way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, but we here to talk about the music though.
Yeah.
What you got
Let's
going with the
go.
music?
So I got a EP coming out next month. It's called Next Phase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a heartbreak, and it's I don't even like to say heartbreak. It's like
Mm-hmm.
so. My backstory is I was dealing with my ex for like 10 plus years, and it just he took me through a lot of bullshit, and we did a lot of back and forth and all that kind of shit. So the EP is kind of summed up into it's going to be 8 tracks, but 6 songs. 2 of them are interludes, but it's just the 8 track kind of summing up my experience, like my thoughts, my feelings, and
Okay.
everything. Very relatable, honestly, very relatable music, and just it's not sad though. Like I'm not sad. I didn't walk away from my ex sad. I did have a time that instead of being sad, I feel like God just like that last time he hurt my feelings, I needed him to hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I needed that lesson, and it really like put a lot of things in perspective. So facts. So I
It was a
took it
canon
and I
event.
turned it
All right.
into I just used that energy for good, for my own good. So all the energy that I gave him, I put it back into myself.
Yeah.
And so um yeah, that's just where my real self-love, self-healing journey really came from. And
Yeah. What was like the first because like you like I went through that too, and it's like for a while I couldn't create anything. What was like that first vibe or just like inspiration that you caught to make you start writing the first song?
um I'm trying to think. Uh So the first song on the EP is actually called Next Phase, which is out right now. Next Phase is the
Okay.
interlude.
Okay.
So the interlude the interlude was like, I don't know. Honestly, I felt it in the beat. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as I heard the beat, I was like, damn, what do I want to do with this? And I was like, it
Where
just
was you
made
at
me
when you
think
got
of
the beat?
I was in Houston. I literally was in Houston, visiting my best friend Lawrence, and it was like he had music playing and I went in the bathroom and I just sat on the toilet. I literally not using it, but I sat on the toilet and I just
Oh,
started just
okay.
typing, and because it's such a poetic flow, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's very poetic. So I just sat down and just wrote down my thoughts. So it started off with like, do you love me? I don't know, because if you did, you would have shown me. Huh. You think you know me? But to know me is to know I'm not the old me. The new me is so lonely. I grew coated with the breeze. My heart is rustling like some leaves. Then it goes numb inside a freezer. That's exactly how you lead her, by the ways that you mistreat her. You were supposed to be her leader, but all you did was beat her. Projection at its best. I fell in love with the deceiver. And many times I had to choose if I would cut you loose. Just play it safe or keep it cool. I'm surfing Facebook, got the blues. I'm so confused. Like, damn, look, will this nigga ever change? Got so many selfish ways. The vibe is off when we exchange. So I'ma say it plain. Look, I'm not your little game. I'm not the one you call when other shit don't go your fucking way. I'm not the one at all when other women seem to go astray. You're such a fucking wrecking ball. You broke my walls to win away. But I'm okay. Now I'm straight. I'm gonna make it through the day. Cause when think about Tonay, I always exit with some grace. And when think about them exes, gotta keep them in their place. You have no room for relationships that don't reciprocate. Next phase. So,
Hey.
All right, come on now.
Hey, nice one. He said, he
yeah,
said, broke
Yeah.
my
so it's
walls.
a
Wait.
conversation.
Mhm.
So around that, the producer, who at the time we kind of was just working back to back, he just kept sending me beats, and I was back and forth from Atlanta to Texas, which is my usual back and forth, and he sent me some more beats, and everything was just all about relationships. So I was like, you
Okay.
know what, let's do like an EP. I don't know, I really don't know. I think what it was the 2 years. Okay, so at 10 years, I left my ex alone, right? I
Mm,
left him alone because I was, at the time, he had just bought a house. I had just got out the Army. This was 2020.
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I'm moving to Georgia. He was stationed in Georgia. And
Mm,
he's a Ranger, so he's at the Ranger Battalion. So I'm like, damn. Yeah. So I'm like, damn,
Oh,
like, I'm
shit.
finna be in Georgia. We can actually be together without, like, being moved around by the military. I can do what I want now, so I'm coming, like I'm coming, you know what I'm saying? So I went down there and I thought he would be excited, but he wasn't really excited. Um, and so I spent 4 days with him, and I do want to make a song called 40 Page Letter, to be honest. I kind of want to do a remake, but I was with him for 4 days and I left. Like I went to the house, went to see the house. I'm painting the walls in the house. I done picked out all the furniture in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like we done did everything to build his home, and then I get there and he like he don't want me there. So I was like, I'm gone. So I had told him like I wanted to have serious conversation. It
yeah.
wasn't for us to just uh get together and have sex and act like everything was okay. I wanted real conversation. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So um he wasn't willing to give me that conversation. He wasn't willing to do none of that. So I was like, if you don't give me a reason to stay, I'm leaving. He never gave me a reason. I left, and so that's what really started. So
Yeah.
my self-healing journey that I had was really just like pouring everything into myself.
Mm,
Not even looking for love, but like looking for my own, looking for love in
yeah.
myself. Like the things that I want and that I require, I have to give it to myself. And
Right.
so I just did that. I just poured everything into myself. So 2 years later, 2022, he came back like, I'm in love with you and I want to be with you. And I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this shit again.
Yeah.
Oh no, so and I'm not mad at him because some people, they don't realize what they got, and he might not have been what I needed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like I learned that type of stuff. Like he's really not my guy.
Mm,
He was never my guy. That's why it didn't work out. So I wasn't sad about it. I was
mm,
like, you know what? Thank you. Like I appreciate it. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So all the songs um are conversations, and I'm doing a music
yeah.
video to each song, so it's going to be a
Okay.
full experience, and
That's dope.
yeah. So yeah, it's I'm excited. I'm excited, and I have a lot of different marketing ideas that I'm going to do and I'm going to put into play. So one of them is I have a doctor. Her name is Dr. Intimacy,
Okay.
and she has a book, and I'm reading one of her books right now. It's called Suicidal Love, and like it's deep. It's so deep, and it ties into what I went through, and I'm still
Hmm.
healing. I feel like healing is never over. So
Right.
she basically talks about, she has something called healing out loud, and
Okay.
so that's how I feel what I'm doing with this EP. I'm actually healing out loud, but I'm not only healing by myself. What I want to do is like intimate sessions with people where when we listen to the EP, they tell me their favorite song and why they identify with it. Now, when they tell me how they identify, if you tell me how you identify with it, then that'll give you a chance to tell your story. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to do a segment called Solutions where Dr. Intimacy, she actually gives like professional solutions, but I also want the person to give their own solution. You know what I mean? So once you hear your own story to yourself, I might say, well, what do you think is your solution? What should you do? You might be like, hey, I need to stop jumping into relationships back to back. I need to take more time to myself. I need to stick to my boundaries. I need to create boundaries. Whatever it is. But it's a healing journey, but I feel like I'm still going to heal through while healing with other people, but other people can still heal through. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
bigger than myself, to be honest. Because I'm not sad. I'm
Right.
not sad about it. I just take it as a moment that I went through and it was a lesson. And now
Yeah.
that I learned the lesson, I won't repeat those
Right.
cycles anymore. That's how I look at
Right.
it. So next phase. That's what it is. Next phase. You
That's
know.
what's
Yeah,
up.
it's
That's
tight. That's
amazing.
that's really a dope marketing
Yeah.
plan, and I think
Yeah.
like a lot of times, shout out to my guy Dion Dupree with Grandma. We talk about like creating media that could be used in other ways. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like and building like so. If I make a song, like I be trying to think of like, okay, in what ways could maybe a corporation potentially use this, or what ways could my fans who are also creatives take what I made and create something else with it, whether it be a conversation or dance video or something like that. You know what I mean? And just try to add as many legs to it as possible. So I think that's gonna be really dope, especially if you could, put an element where you could like film it and you know what I mean, like really put it out and produce it. That'd be tight.
I do want it to be like a series.
Hmm.
And I want to kind of, yeah,
Yeah, I
just
was
Yeah.
gonna say I
Yeah.
can
beautiful
see a
be a
YouTube
therapy
series out of
session.
that.
They just
Yeah.
be therapy sessions. Because
The
I
shorts would
feel
go
like,
off too, like the little bites of it, like minutes of it. I think that would go off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I feel like I'm going to learn too. I feel like we can all learn. I think
Yeah.
by hearing different people's story, we can really see what's wrong and fix, especially in our culture. In the Black
Hmm.
community, we have a lot of things that stem from
Right.
other shit and childhood, other traumas that kind
Mm-hmm.
of go into, like I was looking at why, like, dang, why, as confident as I am as a person, why would I allow somebody to treat me less than if,
Hmm.
if I know I deserve more? And I even thought about my childhood that I wanted to, my mom wasn't the most nurturing, right?
Yeah.
So, and I never had a father figure growing up, as a young girl. So you can fall into the wrong hands of a wrong man's hand, you know what I'm saying? Just by
Yeah.
not even just knowing better or not understanding that you do deserve better. Even though I
Yeah.
knew I did, I think that once emotions and feelings and all of the shit get in there, it's just a whole melting pot full of shit. Sometimes you can't even tell, you
Right.
know. So.
Nah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That.
there's a lot of like I don't want to get too deep, but I remember I told a girl I was full of shit, and because at the time I was 100% full of shit, and I was just wilding and so. And I was just like, you get to, I don't know if my dudes can relate to this, but you get to a point where you're tired of like lying and then trying to
Yeah.
like fucking clean up shit. So I just decided, let me try just telling her I'll rip, I'm full of shit, see what happens. Yeah, man. And you can just tell.
We respect it though. You gotta respect it.
At the time I was really full of shit. So like I just told her I was full of shit. And you could just tell like she was just so used to motherfuckers that was full of shit that shit didn't
Man.
even phase her. She was just like, oh yeah.
Damn.
I'm just glad you said, you know what I mean? Some
I
shit
was
off
just
rip.
glad you
So
made that.
Nah, but it's definitely dope that you're taking this time to like work through like your stuff and then helping others too. Because like working through this stuff early is how like you prevent like
yeah.
a cycle of just like even not even just in relationships. It's just like there's so many people I feel like y'all know, especially as African Americans, that like we just see so many people who treat people just crazy because they was treated like that and
Yeah,
their
right.
moms and dads was treated like that and
Mm.
they don't know how to break out the shit. You know what I mean? And it's like it is sad, you know what I mean? And hell, I'm not even sitting here talking like I'm holding it out. I know I got issues and shit too. So
We
it's
all do.
definitely yeah, it's definitely dope that you're trying to create a community effort to help people through these traumas so that they don't pass it off to their significant others or maybe their kids and shit. That's definitely dope.
Yeah.
Plus, plus we need a
Right.
choice other than this
So,
red pill shit. So I mean,
yes, I was in the army, Jack. I was in the army. But what I will say too is I think a lot of the inspiration for me comes from a lot of different things. But um, I'm in my 30s now, and I don't even I don't even say I date. I wouldn't even say I date right now.
Mm.
And I feel like in your 30s, like that's the time you're looking for marriage. You're looking for something serious. I'm not interested in just dating and hanging out and just da da da. This dude hit me up before. No, this dude I had like it was like a one night stand type shit, right? This dude I had one night stand with. He hit me up and he like, oh, I want to see you. I want to do this. I'm like, boo, I was at a whole different time in my
Right.
life when we linked up. Like that was on some right.
well,
That
how
was
many
on some
years
other shit.
ago
Like you
did
know what I
y'all?
mean? And it's not even saying you're holier than thou, but it's saying that I've elevated from who I was then. I'm just not
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
some
you're
people
a
can't let
different
go
person.
of who you were, and that's not for you to care about for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm in an elevated space, but with that comes what elevated conversations. It comes with elevated environments. Like
Mm.
you no longer put yourself in certain environments anymore. The dating pool, like I would say when I turned 30, like I got out the army when I was 29. When I turned 30, I was like trying to just dating around after like after my ex, like after I left him alone. I was just trying to see if I wanted to talk to different people, and it slowed down. Like I don't have a desire to talk to 10 million people trying to figure out who for me. I think now I just know I know myself, so I know what I want. If I don't like it immediately off bat, I just don't like it. If I'm not interested, nothing pulled me or drew me to that. And I think that it's harder now because a lot of stuff don't draw me still to this day. And it's like I want marriage, I want kids, I want stability, I want something stable. And it sucks when I see black women, we want these things, but we're doing it by ourselves because we're not, we're still dealing with trauma. We still, we have to change our environments. We have to make up our minds. Like our minds aren't made up. A lot of people don't know what they want. A lot of people don't, if you ask a lot of people, they be like, I want somebody like this. I want somebody, some people really don't know what they want. So I personally,
Yeah, I was just about to mention that, like, because you got half the battle. You know exactly what Tonay
yeah.
Marie wants to have in her life, so that already narrows,
Mm.
the
Yeah.
pool
So
for you.
I
So
think that I would like to help. Like I would like to set up healthy environments for dating. I would like to maybe do some type of meet and greets with like successful people meeting successful people and things like that. Like I want to be able to facilitate things like that because I think we are deserving. Now, my main fan base is females, but
Mm.
I got a lot of males too. I got a lot of males too. You know what I'm saying? This is not just for the females. It's all for all of us to heal. You know what I'm saying? So there's a
right,
lot of things I really want to do. I've been collaborating more. I wasn't always for a lot of collaborations, which I'm not for a bunch, but I like people in motion. I want to work with other people that are in motion as well. But I want to start kind of collaborating more and kind of like, and even as a woman, I want to start doing more music that's healthy for relationships. Like in the 90s, I'm still things that are healthy, actually talking about like wanting somebody back and being accountable and apologizing and not just fuck you, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really for that. Like I always facts. I
you
try to
know,
tell a
man.
nigga, go get your girl. If you want her, go get her. Go get your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just sit back, don't bullshit, don't be like, oh, I'm not chasing. Like, a man is supposed to go get the woman. I don't know whatever happened to that. You know what I
We
mean?
live in this culture now with my bad,
That's a
Tim.
social concept, but that's go
What'd
ahead.
you say, bro?
That's, well, yeah. Oh no. She asked what happened to it. It's just like, I mean, people are discovering it's a social concept and they're just doing what they want. But not to say that you're wrong.
I
It's
think
just people
too,
just do
like
different
the
things,
culture
man.
we live in now, it's
That's all.
like we saw our moms get played so long. We saw like our people ahead of us that was like crying the blues on these songs about how people done them wrong. And I think now we live in a culture where it's like nobody want to get played. So everybody's got like
Right.
this ace in the hole or this trap door or this escape hatch, or you know what I mean. They create this exterior where it's like, man, I'm the ultimate player. I can't be, you know what I mean, a real G can't be checked type shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
But
it's
on
just
the
like,
In the
inside, we're just
inside, you
like,
boo-hoo
please,
crying.
I just want, yeah. I just want somebody to tell me I'm enough.
Man.
But that's why I respect so much of what you're doing, Miss Tony, because that's really what a lot of people got to do. Just really look within themselves, be like, what the fuck do you actually want? You know, especially in the phase of the life that
So
they're in. So,
yeah, so
like,
when
that'll
my
help a
ex
lot
hit
of
me up
people.
2022 and was trying to rekindle everything,
Yeah.
um, I didn't want at first. I would say the first he was kind of persistent because he did fly me out. I did end up seeing him, which I did need that. I ended up needing that, but I wasn't trying to talk to him. I was like, look, I'm not looking for closure. Whatever you want from me, I can't give it to you. You know, if you want, I just sent him a text. These are things that bother me. These are things that I just couldn't get with anymore. And I sent him a long ass, it was long. And I was like, I don't desire to sit on the phone and talk to you. I don't. And
yeah,
it was like that. So
Mm.
I know he was like, damn, like shit. So a couple months later, he ended up coming to Texas and he just texted me and was like, oh, I'm out here trying to see if I was there. And I was there. So uh lost at one point in life. So I I had actually agreed to meet up with him, and his mama and his sister was in town, and I was real close to his mama, and I was cool with his sister. So they was happy to see me. They like, oh my gosh, you know. And his mama always was like, "That's your girl, like that's your girl, Tonay. That's the girl. I'm telling you, you fucking up." But what my ex ended up telling me, we had a
Mm.
heart-to-heart conversation. He told me that he felt like he was missing out. He felt like he was trying to do whatever, do what his homeboys was doing. He felt like he didn't want to miss out, and then he really realized what he wanted. So it's like that's cool and everything, but like I would have had to wait 12 years for you to figure out
Yeah.
that you wanted me for me to stick around.
Right.
Like that's wild. Like I think that if I did give him a chance, I guarantee that he would do right by me. I know that for a fact. I
he
know
was
he wouldn't fuck it up.
Yeah.
But I'm just not interested in him anymore. My
Yeah.
attraction is not the same. Like you can't have access to me. Like, you know, so months later, he was going over this is November. This is right after I did a indie fest in Cincinnati, Ohio. I did a performance in Cincinnati. And he was about to go overseas and he said, I'm about to go overseas. Can I would like to see you before I go. I know your birthday coming up. I just want to do something for you. Just let me do something for you, whatever. So I was like, I'm busy. I got no time. Blah 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 blah. All this other shit. But I was like, I got this time before you leave because he was about to leave like that next Tuesday or something. So he flew me out from like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I went back home or whatever. But we spent like a couple days together, and I needed it. I guess I needed it to see. I wasn't looking for it, but I everything from a kiss to a hug to the way he was trying to love on me to I just didn't want it anymore. I was like, I really don't want this man, and that hurt
Mm.
him a lot. Like he literally was like, this shit hurt me to just hear you say this for real. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he was trying, you know what I mean? Like he was actually trying, but it's like, it was kind of too late for me. Like you kind of waited too long. And, he hit me up he hit me up like a couple of days ago. It was like, I miss you. You know what I'm saying? So it be like that. Like I get it. Like you might not understand at that moment and you deep down you want love, but it's like you played so many games in between them when you could have just kept it real with me. Like I'm not like that kind of girl where I'm trying to just hold a nigga down like that if you don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
yeah,
you were confusing me because you was making me think that's what you wanted to do, but you was just playing games with all of us because it was different. It was different women. It wasn't just me. So it was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you be single, have fun, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But now that he on some other shit, and he's at the Pentagon right now, so
Oh,
he
that's
doing
right.
he doing this shit. He just went to the
Right.
Pentagon and all
Yeah.
that. So he
Yeah.
like to update me. He like to update me on shit. You
Oh,
know what
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's like it's like yeah, it's kind of like Great Gatsby, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, look, man, I'm rich now. No, but no, but I was gonna say, I guess like like I guess especially from what you were saying, I guess if we're going from his perspective, like that phase of his life,
Yeah.
yeah, he actually did just want to live like that single life, chase other people because of that FOMO. But yeah, then he got into that
Yeah.
more mature phase. Was like, well, dang, I really do want to. And all of a sudden, but
Yeah.
he saw it in you. But yeah, too late
And
now.
it's like I know,
So
like
yeah, it's
a lot
crazy,
of
right?
times,
Different
like
phases of life.
it's been I'll just speak from my perspective. It's like once it dawns on you what you might have been missing out on, you don't realize that you learned that lesson at somebody else's expense though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, yeah, you might get it now. You might be willing to be what they want, but still was a cost paid, and you ain't have to pay that shit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now you are put in a position where, or putting her in a position where she's like, do I want to keep paying that cost? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I already paid it once.
Right.
Now I gotta put myself through it again to see if you really are what you said. Like we gotta realize like
Damn,
we
Jace.
learning at people's expense. You know what I mean? And that could be a good thing too, because sometimes it could be a couple learning off of each other at each other's expense. You know what I mean? And if y'all really meant to be together, then y'all both paying that tuition. But it ain't cool when one person paying. What happened to your
It's
device?
the it's the
The
I heard you
dog just
say
ran it
Jay, so I'm
over.
thinking the dog
Yeah,
might
bro.
have knocked it over.
That definitely
Don't
got.
don't pay, don't pay
Jace,
attention over
Jace, sit down.
there. He can't take
we
that.
can't help it.
Yeah.
Jace, Jace, go to the
Oh my god,
corner.
the
Why you
damn
down
dog.
there?
He just kept clawing at my damn ankle. Then I picked him up. Now you want to sit there and headbutt the damn camera? Like, here, here's
Ah,
He's so
here's your
I was
15.
gonna
now he's
say,
looking
put
in
him
the
on. There we
camera.
go.
He's so
What's
cute.
up, Jace?
Here's your 15 minutes. All right. I know. The
Now you don't
whole
want to look at
time
the
I'm.
camera, Jace. Come on.
I got
Yeah.
Say
I got
hi
a
What?
to
little
Miss
dog voice.
Tonay.
I'm like, give me this, baby. Let me do this,
Trippy.
Yeah. Now you're gonna act like
I'm
he
a
wasn't doing
Doolittle. I'm a Doolittle. They
it.
love.
You,
They know what I'm saying. He know what I'm saying. He know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Hey, good. You would do little tell his little ass to stop misbehaving. Damn. These damn dogs, man.
I love dogs.
Yeah. You said you got a dog, right?
A bully. Her name is
A
Buzzy
bully,
B.
a
hmm
Buzzy Bee. So you had a bird
Buzzy
and a dog.
B.
I even had dogs then. I had different dogs then, but yeah, I had a bird. His name was Treasure.
Treasure.
Yeah, he was a green-eyed conure. Such an amazing little
Yeah.
just child.
Was it was old age? That was what
No, he
happened.
was young. He was young. He actually got under something and got stuck. So I was looking for him
Ah,
like, where he at? But he
Oh,
was
dang, dang.
lifeless.
that's
Just lifeless.
tragic.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's so sad. I feel like such a bad mother.
You gonna get another bird?
Eventually,
Yeah.
eventually.
What kind?
I'm gonna wait till I get a house. I'm gonna get the same thing.
Are you with the
I get
same
the same
one?
thing. I'm gonna get a couple birds though. I want a couple.
Why?
Birds are mean.
You just switch them out when one go away. You just get a replacement one.
Hope it wasn't a while. Yeah, I had a homeboy back in college. He had a pet bird, and like he was nice,
Yeah.
but like aggressive. Cause like if he wanted to
Not
perch
my
on your
type.
shoulder and you ain't let him, he like kind of fly at you like with his claws in your chest. I'm like, oh shit, okay, okay, okay,
That
okay.
sounds
And
like
then
a
he'll perch on you, and
vulture.
I'm like, God damn. I'm
Yeah.
like, he was like this little parrot thing. He didn't talk, but like he was like a little parrot, with his little claw. He's like, ow, damn, what the
Birds
I
are
don't
fuck?
like
Okay,
understand
their
these
own.
shit.
animals,
Like,
man.
You don't like animals?
I'm not an animal person. Nah.
Not
I
even
like
no
my
animals.
favorite animal is like the weirdest animal to be a favorite animal.
A
It's
panda.
like a elephant. You know what I mean?
I like
And
elephant
and
because they're
now that
like
I
oh,
think
elephants
about
are
it,
cool.
I like elephants the most because they can't be pets. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I could never have a pet elephant. I have to be like Michael Jackson have a pet elephant. You know what I
see,
mean?
you could
I
you could
mean,
facilitate and
well,
get you some land.
it like you could kind of yeah, you could kind of
Mm.
That's
domesticate it,
that's
like,
the
'cause, they got their own
goal. What do you think?
personalities.
That's the goal of this
So,
show, so we can get so rich that we all got matching pet elephants.
hmm
And I'm gonna walk around
The
doing my Michael Jackson voice. His name's Bernard the elephant.
it's the it's
Not
the
all.
unpredictable. It's the
Ooh.
unpredictability for me. Like animals they just up and kill you at some
I mean,
point. Like, I can't get with that shit, man.
I wish this little
I don't know,
nigga
but it
would
seems like
study.
elephants though. It's like
I wish this
it
little,
seems like elephants. If you mistreat them, that's when they snap.
I wish his little ass. No,
That's
I
funny.
say that, and y'all
Oh
find me in here,
man,
this
well,
motherfucker sitting on top of me. So let me chill out. Let me,
You got
nah,
a dove, a chicken, a turkey, a
nah.
hen, a chick.
When I was when I was a little kid, I wanted a Komodo dragon.
Yeah,
Those they're
I
not
think that's
harmless
a
though,
bad
right?
pet to have. They seem like they're pretty
uh,
chill.
yeah, those are
Oh, you said a Komodo
aren't they
dragon? I don't know why
bears?
I thought you talking about the one, the bearded
Yeah,
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah, I wanted a
nah,
monitor
I
You talking
wanted
dragon.
about
a
the one off the
Yeah,
holes?
Yeah,
nah. That's the yellow. That's the horned serpent. No, not horned serpent. It's a horned something. I know what that is. No, the Komodo dragon is the big joint from the jungle. The
with
big ass
the
one.
bacteria in their mouth and they bite you, you
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
yeah, bro.
Why would you
I
want that?
I
But
because
do they
I wish
spit it
somebody.
out or something?
I wish
Nah,
somebody ran
they
up
got so
on
much
me.
bacteria in their mouth if they bite you, like there's no fucking remedy for that shit. Your ass gonna die.
I wish somebody ran
Mm.
up on me with my Komodo dragon. I had something for their ass. No, when I was a little kid, that's what I wanted. Komodo, and if I had a bird, I would have got a hawk. Because a
Ah,
hawk just, yeah.
Mm. You have
Yeah.
to have that glove
I
though.
would have been
nigga trying to
set.
booby trap
You
his
have a
friend. That's
strong
what the
ass
fuck you trying
form.
to do. This
That,
nigga trying to fucking.
yeah, man. Nah, somebody, nah, well, I
You
wanted
have
the
one strong
hawk.
arm, just strong as fuck.
Yeah, I wanted the
Right.
hawk because I wouldn't need no phone no more. I'd be sending messages and shit.
but 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 just imagine how cool you would look though, right? You know what I'm saying? You like ribbing up your nose and all that. Ah!
Nah,
Like, you
see,
know, just
it could
like,
go
hey
either
there,
one or two
Junior. You know,
ways. Like you
just
could be the hawk man or you could be the hawk dude. And if you the hawk dude, you're weird as fuck. Like niggas gonna be like, get this weird ass nigga out of here.
okay, well, if he was like some like well, can I say autistic? Well, whatever. If he was like very autistic about hawks or whatever, then yeah, I can see like, did you know that the hawk is lifespan?
I just walk,
You be
I
like,
just
nigga, I
walk
don't
up
give
to
a
people.
fuck.
You see
Like,
me
you
in
know,
the middle of the
just
street walking out. I'm just doing it all day.
so so Tone, what like what any is there any big bird that you would own? Like if you could, like if you knew you could domesticate
Mm,
it, what big bird would you own?
maybe an owl.
Mm. You said
Owl.
who?
Big John, Big John,
Right. Who? Owls.
owl.
Owls are like watchbirds. You know what I'm saying? I think you can learn a lot from having a bird. An owl in the front, just kind of guarding.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'm the
that'd be
weird
nice.
dude for the hawk, but she can have the bird. She can have the owl.
I don't know. I mean, like you could be the owl dude, I guess, but
I'm just
I don't
saying,
know.
a
That'd be
hawk can.
weird having
I
it as
can
a pet,
send a
though. You'd be
message with a
like,
hawk. That owl, all he gonna do is stand in the front, getting on everybody.
"What are you talking about?
They
Owls
can
deliver
see at
letters, right?"
night in the dark.
But I don't know. Like when you be creeped out though, you'd be like, you call out to your owl, like, "Hey, Drake," and he just turns his head like 180 degrees. Like, oh
Especially if you
shit!
got the
Don't
You
fuck
barred
know,
with me.
just
owl. The barred
Don't
owl.
fuck with me. That's what you do to your enemies. You just bring your owl along. Let that
The
head
bar. The
turn
barred
real
owl.
quick.
The barred owls are the freaky ones, cause
Like,
like, yeah.
right. Like they're just talking shit. Like, man, fuck that nigga
as
talking
you
to
were
me.
saying, I was like,
Oh
and you were
damn,
saying what?
her owl heard everything.
Nah, I had a friend up in college. He had a pet. He had a pet snake, and he was hiding it in the dorms. I seen
Mm.
him feed that joint a rat one time. That's when I never, I never got them people who kept snakes as
I
pets. There was
I
some.
see. I read something. I read something that
I
said
wouldn't
when you
mind
have
owning
a
one.
pet like a snake, they size you up. So like if you're in bed and then you just let it sleep with you, it's sizing you up to see if it can eat you or not.
Hmm.
Yeah, I won't be that suicidal with
You
it,
know,
but you
because it's
know, I,
still
I
warm
wouldn't mind
blooded.
having this.
Yeah.
But why would you sleep? Like, like what if you forgot to feed it? Like, last
You
week, and
wake
you're
up,
like, you
that
know
shit
what?
around your neck.
You just get
Uh,
constricted in your
Yeah.
sleep, like, or you probably don't even wake up.
well,
You're
that's
probably just lucky
why
enough to
you
be
gotta
knocked
get
out. You're
like
just like, oh
the.
damn, I don't exist.
That's
What the
why you
fuck?
gotta get like
Like,
You
the
just wake up
garter
with your
snake.
spirit, like Passed out.
Like you just looking at your kill cam, like, damn, baby.
You wake up at
It's
the
like,
You wake up and you coming out your body, just watching yourself get choked to death.
No, that's why you gotta get like the little garter snakes or something. You can't be getting no anaconda.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Garter
that's
snakes
what I'm
is not
saying.
cool though. You can't go around a girl with a
I
little
mean,
garter snake.
Right, yeah, that's creepy. That's
uh,
definitely snake
man, you
nah,
dude.
got
you
That's
can't
snake dude
have
you got to
energy.
be
you
thinking
can't.
hard, and
There's no
you
such thing
gotta
as
have a
you
coat.
got toxic
Like,
masculinity
all
with
right.
snakes. Come on, dog.
That's snake dude energy. You gotta have
I
snake
know,
man
right?
energy, not snake dude energy, man.
Yeah, you can't. A garter snake, you might as well let that
Oh
bitch
my
out the
god.
wild. Let it go home. Let it go back outside. Let that
Damn.
snake
What
go.
you doing?
Well, hold on. So Tone, what if the guy had a pet
See, I'm not
tarantula?
into
Would you
that
fuck
kind of
with him?
stuff. I like a manly man that chop down trees and build a house with it and then use the rest to make a fire. You know, I want a manly ass man.
But he
You
can
know,
still do
niggas the
those things
niggas
and
who
still have
chop
a
people up
tarantula.
with that axe, right? So
Oh,
I just want to tell you, it's all cool when he doing the chopping motion on the wood, but one day you get on his nerves too bad, and he look at you, and now y'all out the middle of the wood, you don't got no neighbors, and he chasing you through the wood.
Now I feel like a man that got time to sit at home with a tarantula. You got too much time on your hands to be sitting there doing all this on your hands and your
Does
nose.
a tarantula need to be babysitted? Don't the niggas kind of like do what the fuck it's supposed to do?
I, I don't
yeah,
know.
like I was like,
All the all the
that's such a weird way
Well,
all the
I'm the
kids who
have a pet owner.
all the
look.
kids who had tarantulas and shit was
Like,
always breathing like, you want to see my tarantula?
I'm all right, risking a tarantula's life
Yeah,
by
what
letting
popped
it
up in my
loose. And
head is a man playing with it. Like, I don't know
I'll tell you.
why.
I mean, hopefully he won't be at dinner like, so anyway, Tony, you said you're into rollerblading.
No,
That's
the only
nice.
good thing is if you
Oh, you
like
got into a
train it to
tomato
steal
bed.
people's wallets and stuff like that. It just crawl in and sniff people's wallets out their pocket. I hate to bring race into it, but I feel like only white people have tarantulas. I've never seen a black tarantula, dude.
I
Is that
There's
haven't
definitely some
either.
black tarantula people,
is there?
but now for some reason y'all got me thinking about like Spider Man's dating life, like how how hard it's got to be for Spider Man, like how hard it's got to be for Spider Man to really find a girl, like crawling on walls and
I
shit.
mean, we saw how hard it was.
Does
You
he do
remember in the cartoon, the lady just threw herself out
it?
the window. I was like, I just knew you would save me. The fuck?
Nah,
What?
nah, nah.
That's it. He just hide his life. We'll never know. We'll never know he's Spider Man.
So you see that nigga hanging from a wall trying to screw a light bulb in, you're like, oh shit.
I'm like, you need
Yo,
to go home. You need
what
to go
if Peter
home.
got caught slipping like
I
You
that?
can
need to go
explain.
home, boo.
I was bit by a radioactive spider, and
But but Tone though, like I know like one slip up that'll make you really want to stay with him. Like his spider senses tingle, and y'all just both duck.
I
Like,
that
oh
that's
damn.
something I say all the time. My spidey,
You
my spidey senses is tingling.
mm,
I like that. I could do that.
you know what you would never be able to do with Spider Man is play that I'm not mad game. Like, what's wrong? Oh, nothing's wrong. Like, my spider senses is telling me you be lying like shit.
you're right.
Like today's the day. That day
like
you was wrong.
like my spider senses is
Yeah.
saying, please just talk to me. But then again, you'll be so mad, right? Because you're gonna try to throw a pan and be like, stop. Like, just like like you won't even retaliate. He'll just put it down gently and
Oh
just like go
man.
into what he's doing. Like,
Oh
So you got a
no.
tour coming, right?
Yes, I got the tour
a
coming.
tour.
Yes, I
Oh,
got the dates.
tour.
Everything is on my
Shit.
page. It's one of my last posts I posted. So it's a 5-city tour. This is my first time actually performing in the West Coast, so I'm really excited. It's Utah, Las Vegas,
Oh, okay.
California. So it's exciting. I think LA, Bay Area, Utah, Vegas, and San Diego.
How did you get involved with that?
So there's a DJ. His name is DJ Calvin. He's also one of the DJs for Russ.
Okay.
So He does a bunch of tours for independent artists, and this will be my third tour with him. So last year I did with him. I toured with him last year for South by Southwest, and then this will be my third one. And he's fire. He's fire. He's very hands on. And I got a lot of different other stuff I want to do, like events. I want to do sitting pretty brunches, different things like that. And so he's like, yeah, whatever you need. Like as long as he see you working,
Yeah.
he can provide a platform, and I fuck with that. And he's
That's right.
genuine, and he's not too good to sit down with you and talk to you
Yeah.
and all of that kind of stuff. So I appreciate him, because he got motion. You know what I'm saying? So he don't have to be reaching back.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate that. So um yeah, that's how I got into it. And then a lot of the people that's on the tour, me and like four other artists created something called a Indie Roots Festival. And
Okay.
that's what we had last year. We had our first Indie Roots Festival in Cincinnati, and we were trying to do the second one in Atlanta in August, but it's hard right now because I'm on my own campaign, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
try to do that and trying to do an independent festival. It's
Yeah.
not the time right now. So I do want to put something together maybe for South by Southwest. That gives us more time. But
Can you explain kind of how y'all was able to make the first one happen?
yeah, so what we did was we started a group chat, and this is where collaboration is important for us artists.
Mm.
It's really simple. We can really do it very easily. Um so we pretty much kept in contact with each other. Like after we saw each other perform on a tour, we was like, "Oh, you fire, you dope, blah 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 blah." And it wasn't even like, "Oh, we gotta collab on the song, we gotta blah blah blah," because everybody be having stuff going on. We get it. We was like, let's put something together where we can all still promote our own music. We'll collab over time. You know what I'm saying? But let's just put something together that we can just showcase ourselves. Like just the fact that we can do it. So we had group chats. Um, we just did a whole bunch of FaceTime group chats back and forth, back and forth, back and forth every week.
Mm.
And we was like, hey, you still down? You still in? Yeah, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I know this person. I know this person. I know this person. Okay, cool. Blah, blah, blah. I need this. How much? This costs this much money, blah, blah. I was like, hey, let's do a promotion video before we do it. Everybody sent me the video. I did the promotion. So everybody got a part. Everybody played their part. We got our tickets. We flew down. I think two of the artists already stayed down there in Cincinnati. So that's how it worked out. We just stuck to the plan. To be honest, it's really just sticking to the plan. And whenever we in each other's town, hey, I'm gonna pick you up from the airport. I'm here. Blah blah blah. You in Atlanta? Okay. Blah blah blah. So that's just what we do. We kind of created like a family within ourselves. So for this one, it's kind of been more of me being the planning on it, just because I've been in Atlanta. But like, I was trying to create packages for artists for the second one, and that was hard because it's like I got to create a package, I got to create the timeline, which all of that stuff wasn't hard. I just need more help in certain areas. I was basically gonna do maybe like a $600 package, which was going to include your stay. It was going to include a shuttle bus. I had a studio I had talked to where I was going to do a media day. I was going to do a hi, my name is Cypher. And these things I can still do. I just need to push it back. But these are just, to me, improvements from the last one, just to give an experience to the artist. Like for the second one, I wanted to give the artist an experience because a lot of artists don't know what they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Paying for shows and doing all that extra shit. No, let's create a platform where it's really like we're paying ourselves, because it's the $600 don't go to me. The $600 was for the lodging, like I said, the shuttle bus, the media. You were going to get all of your content, the cameraman or woman or whoever was going to do the cameras, photos. I was going to do performance slots. So the studio day was going to be a full studio day. So all the media companies I was invited to do interviews. I was going to set up certain times to do your cipher. So I was going to send out the beats already. So once you get there, you just got to spit your cipher. You know what I'm saying? Which is going to promote.
That's dope.
Right.
Oh,
I
that's
was
cool. You
going
want
to
to put nobody on the
already have
spot.
beats that was from my producers that I work with, so they can get their name out there and get more people, more work type shit. You know what I'm saying? So pick the beats, or you can pick the hi, my name is Slim Shady or whatever, because I called it hi,
Yeah.
my name is Cypher. So basically on the cipher you're introducing yourself, so that's
Yeah.
what made it fun. And then I had slotted times, so the actual studio had an actual event space that they just built a space for events. So I was like, I would love to promote you guys event space by getting all these artists, and I'm talking about artists from DC, I'm talking Tennessee, me in Texas, Cincinnati, I had Alabama, and I had a whole bunch of different artists that wanted to be a part of it in Florida. So it was going to be a bunch of different people promoting this event space. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do their drops, do their performances, and they had a pool area and we can all just chill and just like, be wild, we chilling. I showed you back to the hotel. The next day, we got a brunch with a panel of people that's teaching artists things. So financial literacy, somebody that's teaching about mental health, somebody that's talking about the industry. So I was gonna have like 5 people on the panel that can just give, a meet and greet. And then that day, like in the afternoon, I was gonna have actual performance slots. You know what I'm saying? So you were gonna get so much for the $600. You know what I'm saying? That we pay so much for,
Yeah.
on the daily just to get somebody to listen to us or whatever. So I wanted to
All
create an
right.
experience for the artists, so they artists that we know what we deserve. Cause I know how I am. I'm bougie. I like my shit a certain way, and my
Yeah.
manager know how I like shit a certain way. And I think artists got to be in that mind frame of like
Yeah.
how it need to be to make them comfortable so that they can perform and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So I want to give an experience to the artist for sure, and I wanted to. So long picture, like big picture for me, 5 to 10 year plan is I want to have an artist development center where labels come to me to develop their artists, or independent artists can come for their own development. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, in whatever
Mhm.
area. So that will be facilitated with like audio engineers and producers and modeling courses and confidence courses and
Yeah.
anything that we can need as artists. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to facilitate that in the future, but I wanted to have experiences with artists so they can start talking about what we're doing. Like, okay, I like doing this with them. Yeah, we're gonna come to the next one, and that way we can charge a little bit more. We can start making
Yeah.
some money off of the back end or whatever. So I
Mhm.
do want to create an experience. For me, this experience is really beyond myself when it comes to music.
Right.
I think that's why I just love writing. It don't have to be me. I don't have to be the face of it. I like writing for different artists. It's fun for me. It's just
Right.
fun. I get to explore my pen even further, but then I also get to just like, just kind of just building with each other. We all have
Yeah.
our own different styles, and when we collab them, they be fire. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Right.
it's all fun. It don't feel like work when it's fun. I just want to create that experience for other artists too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We our boy Big John Promotions. He said he heard a lot of talk about promotions. Definitely.
Mhm. Yeah, man. You're like Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? You got the bread truck and you're telling
Yeah.
people to get up off that crumb shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
that's what it
that.
is. That's what it is.
Definitely.
Because it's like, well, I know like in Atlanta, I never really see rivalry between artists. I mean, I think at least the people I see, like they recognize that it's a friendly competition, but they do help each other out all the time. So I think lots of artists should develop that mentality as well, because it's like it's a competition at the same time.
Yeah.
Like we're helping each
We
other
all
get
got our
up
own
there. You know what I
lane,
mean?
so it's
So
like you don't have to compete with me. I ain't got to compete with you. What we can do is your fan is my fan, is your fan is my fan. We can
Yeah.
like cross promote with each other
hmm
and stuff like that. But I think it doesn't take away from you as an artist. Competition is to me in rap and hip hop and whatever. It's supposed to be friendly.
Yeah.
It's friendly competition. Like I
hmm
think what I don't like what I see in hip hop culture that I don't see in other cultures is like who's better? Is this the baddest bitch, or is this the baddest bitch, or is this the greatest?
well, hold on now. I do be seeing them go like, hold on, like Slipknot is way better
Yeah,
than fucking
you
Five
don't
Finger
see
Death Punch,
you
you
don't
fucking
see
loser.
that.
Like I do be
Even
seeing
if they
those on
feel
there.
that way,
I be
but they
seeing
not
those.
they
I
not
do.
doing each other like that. They're not
Right.
breaking yeah,
Right, yeah, like those artists aren't. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm just talking about the fandom.
As artists, we
Yeah, the
shouldn't,
artists know.
because a
Yeah.
fan is a fan is a fan is a fan. I mean, fuck, it's always gonna be a lane for anybody and whatever they do. There's a lane for it. It's all
Right.
about how you conduct the business, how consistent
Right.
you are with business, and how much you pushing it and how intentional you are
Right.
with your moves. If you putting in bullshit work and you don't get bullshit results. If you
Exactly.
half-assing your music or not getting a mix and master because you don't want to pay or whatever, then it's the radios are gonna tell you no, it's not ready. You know what I'm saying? DJs
Yeah.
is not gonna play your
hmm
shit, or it's just if you're not promoting, that's like if artists come in my inbox all the time and be like, let's work. I'm like, I go to their page, they don't have no music on their page. You can't even tell they artists. Like, what what exactly are you doing?
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? because we are businesses. Like literally, like I know for me, I take it serious because it's my livelihood. Like this how I eat, and this how
Mm,
I plan to eat even
mm,
further. So
Right.
I just take it very seriously, and I want artists who are really serious to take it serious. Like if you're not serious, it's cool. I can tell. You can see the bullshit. You know,
Yeah.
some people just want to. They think they see what we do. The passionate ones, they see what we're doing, and they see us successfully making money from it. For the ones who do, and they're like, "Ooh, I want to be a rapper today." You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like it don't work like that. Like you know,
Today.
it works for some people. You know, that's the part that sucks. Is
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The people who working hard and you know really putting something into it, we kind of be sitting back watching people with silly songs be making it, and we be like, "Damn, is this what I gotta do?" Like, you know, fuck.
Right.
yeah, but I mean, even in that sense, like once you understand the matrix, it's like there was a scheme behind even them silly songs making them shits pop. You know what I mean? And so that's a whole different conversation. But I think with the hip hop and like the competition, it's like it's almost like a double edged sword because you might not get a genre that lasts this long and evolves as fast as it does without the competition. You know what I mean? Like you got people every day at each other's throats. You know what I mean? Trying to make it out the hood. And you know what I mean, like be the biggest sensation or the next freshest thing, because I think of that competition breeds that innovation. You know what I mean? So it is, but it does get out of hand, especially once you start getting violent with it and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Throw it in the towel. Oh,
Uh,
he recited one of my lyrics, but
Yep.
yeah, I tried to throw the towel in the game and threw it back.
Let's go. I like that. I think it's competing, not competing where you compare with a lot of stuff. You
right.
know, I think a lot of people with the competition, they're not being fair with it. That's just like when we look at what's those things they be having with different artists and we be going back and forth. Uh what's it called when the artists be playing that music back to back?
Oh, versus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Uh,
that's just like a
the
versus. Like
verses.
you got the competition got to make sense. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You're not gonna put shit. Who can I think of right now? You're not gonna play Jay Z's music with artists who just came out today. Who
mm,
you feel what I'm
Right.
saying? It's like it gotta make sense. I think that sometimes just the competition don't be making sense to me because you know a lot of people don't be knowing. They don't be knowing
Right.
the real music. They only be knowing the basics.
for
You
sure,
know.
Yeah.
I
for
miss
sure.
I miss the '90s where like we could people took pride in being smart and like using big words. Like that was a thing in the '90s. It was cool to do that kind of stuff, to be enlightened and be, you know, not saying you gotta like be doing gospel all day long, but you know, people was actually telling stories. Like I
Right.
miss storytelling. I miss that. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ready to hear that again.
Well, I mean, it's all cyclical. It's gonna come back around, but it might take for you. You know what I mean? It might take for you to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the end
Yeah.
of the day.
That's what it
Mhm.
is. It's all about listening to the right people. Like it's like those people and those artists never went away, or those types of people with that similar mindset. It's just people are having, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
struggling with
You can't even blame your
it.
dog for me. Mine
I was laughing
too.
at him. I ain't got no excuse. I put this thing on the back of my phone and it's not allowing my thing to stay on
Be
there.
like that.
I can do this
Get
though.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, yeah, it's just about
She on that little
it's
stuff.
just about finding the right people. That's all.
yeah.
Yeah.
What y'all laughing at? Y'all funny.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh Lord, that was, bro. I
Look,
shouldn't have
and it's
laughed that
still
hard at that.
falling.
That was funny as fuck.
And it's
yeah,
still
that.
again. Fuck.
well, will Tony
Oh
Marie
hell
keep
no!
her phone
You
What?
up?
got
Find out next week on
No, you
Jam.
did it on purpose. It was that straight
I did
falling.
it. I did it for real, for real, for real.
Hey, this some bullshit.
Y'all
No,
saw y'all saw that thing on Love and Hip Hop where Ray J his hat was everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, no, it was like see Scary Movie 3, and the shorty's hat kept getting bigger and bigger.
Oh yeah.
Now
That's like that
we
was the
got we
last
got
good
we
one.
gotta do that. We gotta do
It's
that
like,
for the folkland news. We gotta do one. We just keep changing the glasses. That's good.
I gotta record
yeah.
myself saying the
It's
same
like just the
thing.
message.
Right.
You know what would have been funny if you was doing that show and I did
We got Hellcats out
what?
there.
You know, this is Atlanta. Them niggas be acting up. They act like there's no cops around here. I be like, damn.
Bro, real talk,
Man,
y'all done started
we
to
can't
affect
drive down
Pittsburgh
here.
too, man. I was at Homewood the other day. Them niggas was doing that too. I was like, God damn, y'all damn
Shit.
Southerners that infected us with the disease of the ATVs and
I
shit.
gotta take y'all to Kentucky, man. There's no church in the wild out there, man. I don't give
That sounds like fun. I like ATVs and stuff. I like fun stuff.
a fuck.
Oh, B, remember that one day I was out there? It's like we were trying to get somewhere but like the guy was like he was in a turning lane that he wasn't supposed to be in, but instead of just taking the L like a good person and just making that turn and going, he was just like, no, I'm just gonna sit here and wait until the light
Oh
goes
yeah,
away.
that's
Sorry,
the
motherfucker, you
Pittsburgh,
want to go left? He
Pittsburgh
was
left.
just like,
yeah, that's the Pittsburgh left. Yeah, that's nothing new out here. They've been doing that.
but I'm talking about this nigga wasn't even going left. He was trying to like signal to
Shit, I
go to
think
the
it's
right
about
lane so he could
Pittsburgh
go
left.
straight. But he just wasted
Yeah.
everyone's time. Like I attempted. I told most about that. I attempted the Pittsburgh left when I got back down here to
No.
state. I was like, oh yeah, man. You know, I'm the only car here. I'm
No,
like,
yeah,
man,
bro,
what the
that's an
fuck you
unwritten
doing?
traffic
Oh
law. Like
my
you could get cussed out by somebody doing the Pittsburgh left, like you was in the wrong. Like what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they will do that to you and then like wave as they're turning the other way and shit too. Like this is what fucking move.
I've been trying to do a
god.
Pittsburgh left one
Man,
time, and
I
somebody had the
do the
right of way, and
waves.
they was like stopping and start doing that like that hesitation shit, and I'd be like, motherfucker, if you don't, because I'm about to make this left, you ass better chill, like, and I'm be dead wrong doing that shit.
I
Uh,
never been. I don't know what's the Pittsburgh left.
you,
A
you
Pittsburgh
got
left is when
Never
you're trying to make
been.
a left
Dun, dun,
turn,
dun, dun,
so you
dun,
got to be the
dun,
first
dun,
car
dun, dun,
at
dun.
the intersection. And as soon as the light turned green, your ass gotta go goddamn Jeff Gordon and hit that left in front of everybody that got the
Go
right of
straight.
way.
That's about to go
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, they're opposing traffic.
Why would
But
you
it's
want to
a
do that?
that's
my little brother totaled a car 2 weeks ago trying to pull the Pittsburgh cracked that motherfucker in the whole goddamn frame. So you got
damn.
Y'all
oh
Is he
niggas
yeah,
is
no,
Oh
alive?
he
man, is he
dangerous.
oh yeah,
okay?
he's
That's
fine. He didn't get hurt,
Okay.
but like, yeah, he totaled the fuck out the car. We
mm-mm.
went down there. That bitch was crumpled. Okay, yeah.
That's the
Damn,
definition to stay
that premium
dangerous
That's
going
right
up,
there. I'm
the
boy.
scared.
hey.
Excuse me.
Listen. That's the second car he totaled within the year.
Trying
So
to do that?
It's
no,
just an
no,
unwritten traffic rule. Like it's like a courtesy that certain cars will give you just being in this region. Like if you're in
no.
Pittsburgh,
If they give you the
if
courtesy,
they
because
but
my man with my little brother apparently hit the gas trying to stop this nigga from taking the left.
you
So
can't be pussyfooting doing it. You gotta if you're gonna make the Pittsburgh left, you gotta fucking floor that shit. You gotta go. You know what I mean? You can't be holding up. Like can't be
Hell
hesitant.
no. I'm
yeah, you
But
scared.
gotta.
it's weird because there's a bit of a social cue that you'll get. Like you could tell when somebody gonna give you the Pittsburgh left. It's almost an energy. It's like a special Pittsburgh energy. We know we're gonna get it.
See,
And
I don't get
No, the
that
worst is
Pittsburgh
the ones
energy.
who, yeah, like Tenzin was saying, who literally sit there and wait. Soon as the light is about to go from green to red, then make the left and make everybody else sit at fucking red. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all doing that shit on purpose. But nah, you gotta see. That's why you gotta come up to Pittsburgh for dope stuff like that.
No,
Obviously,
I do not need to be there for that. I value my life, my
that
organs, and
you can make your
My
tour called the
organs.
Pittsburgh Left, and it's just you making a left from wherever you at all the way up to Pittsburgh.
It's funny. It's funny watching people from out of town be in the passenger seat when you do it, and they fucking asshole pucker like you go.
Yeah.
because
Like, hey,
that
bro,
would
you
make
wildin', bro, you
me, as
wildin'.
the driver with the right of way, not even want to go at the green light. I don't even want
Yeah,
to
you do kind
go.
of chill. You wait a bit.
Yeah,
You wait to see if somebody
I'm
go
gonna
through.
be like, all right, they gonna have to honk the horn in the back, because you go ahead and you take that. You go ahead and go straight.
You do it
Hmm.
in residential areas, 25 miles an hour. You don't really do it when it's like, you don't really
No,
do
no, no,
Okay,
no, no,
okay,
no, no.
okay.
Again, clarification.
I thought it
You're
was
not
everywhere.
supposed
it.
to do
Right.
it
You're not supposed to
outside
do
of yeah.
Oh,
it.
okay. So like
The
who's all in
police and
tune with the
everybody,
Pittsburgh
like
left? Like
everybody.
if
Even the
you used
police
to go to like,
Oh yeah.
say,
oh,
The
okay, like
police ain't
I
doing
figured.
shit. That would require them getting out the fucking car.
Yeah.
They're not doing that.
they lazy.
Yeah, I thought like the white communities will just be like, "Hey,
Um,
what the hell are you doing?" Like you know,
well,
so
I don't really got too much familiarity with the Pittsburgh police, but my neighborhood police are notoriously awful. I live in I live in an area called Penn Hills. That's like 15 minutes outside the city, and
Mm.
yeah, Penn Hills police are literally the worst. Somebody shot out our windows when I was 12 with BB guns, and the cop left the car with my neighbor because we was on vacation. We came back and called the dude, and we ain't seen that motherfucker yet. Matter of fact, we still got the hole in our window.
I'm not coming either. If it's
oh
that
wow,
bad, then shit.
It was
You
a
gonna tell them
BB
what happened
gun.
to
It
me?
wasn't no real gun.
Uh-uh.
It was a.
You was in Afghanistan, you be all right, goddamn.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
was about to say
I couldn't be no
Pittsburgh's
cop.
not.
I couldn't be a cop. I couldn't be a cop though.
Yeah, for sure, no.
It's,
You want to you got any shout outs you want to do? I know it's getting a little late in the hour.
um, yes. I want to give a shout out to y'all for the platform. Thank you so much to SOS
Hey,
Podcast for having me.
hey, hey man,
Yes, thank you.
thanks for gracing us
I
with
want
your
to give a shout
presence.
out to my team, my management team, DJ Swizz. Want to give a shout out to my producers, Suave and Zay, Hayes right now. He doing the mastering on everything. Shoot, De Niro. He's also one of the producers on the EP. Um, and just everybody. My sister, she always support me. She always there for me. And yeah, that's what I got so far. I'm I live off of gratitude, so I'm always thankful for whatever I get. You know what I'm saying? And shoot, I'm just thanking everybody in advance for, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, get me to a Grammys. You know what I'm saying? You know, we out
Yeah,
there.
for
Got all
sure.
yeah.
that. So yeah, I'm just thankful.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming. That was
Thank you.
Tonay Marie, man. Her manager just said that next phase drops next month, so make sure y'all tap
That's
in.
what's up.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
man. If y'all not following her now, please follow her. If
Definitely.
you're not following the page, please follow the page. We do this every
Yes.
Wednesday at 8 p.m. Zuckerberg provided. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cause
Right.
he be
He
trying to
allow it.
stop us. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But we either gonna talk between the three of us. This is the SOS podcast. These are my actual brothers. Or we'll have a guest like Tonay Marie, and we'll chop it up with them. And we have all types of guests from artists, politicians, religious zealots, and you name it, man. We have everybody, man. So yeah, man. If you want to be a guest, get us in the DMs. You know what I mean, and we'll make it make sense. And yeah, man. All that good stuff, man. Thank y'all.
And your music too.
Oh, oh
Shit,
yeah,
follow
man.
you
Yo,
too.
make sure y'all go cop that. You know what I mean? Los the
Yeah.
Ghost 2. It's all,
Yeah,
we
Age of
got it on
Aquarius
Audio Mac.
too,
I got some more
baby.
things popping.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
I got a song with Cool G Rap. Make sure you check out Less Than a
Yes.
Dying Breed.
Hey.
Yeah, man. I got some more stuff popping, man. I mess around and have a song with goddamn KRS-One here soon. You never know, man. I'll be doing some things. Hopefully, I get
Hopefully,
some with Tonay Marie now. She doing collaborations.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get. You know I'm
Yeah,
a
I mean,
fan. You know I'm a
yeah,
fan. You
yeah,
fire. You the
yeah.
real deal, old
Make
school.
that
Like
Pittsburgh left and come up
you what
here.
I've been waiting for. You what I've been waiting for. Literally.
oh man, I appreciate
Okay,
that for
real
sure,
That's
for
why I
sure.
said if you wanna collab with him, you gotta make the Pittsburgh left and come all the way up here. All right. You got yeah.
It's the
Also,
initiation.
yeah,
It's a secret
yeah,
society. All we ask is trust.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make that left, man. I'm gonna have to make that left.
Hey, bring all
Hey.
85 of your sunglasses with you.
Hmm
Yeah.
hmm
But y'all, appreciate y'all, man. More to come. Hopefully, we can get Tonay Marie. You know what I mean? This time next year, once she got that, once the fest is popping. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Get an
Right.
update on that. And yeah, man,
For sure, for sure.
That
for
artist
sure.
workshop.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Y'all too. See you. Peace.
In the now.